how you doing? Happy Sunday. If you're live with me now, if you're watching this after, then wherever you're at, wherever you are, hope you're doing well. This today is going to be a 60-minute beginner's yoga class, a complete beginner's class. So it should be, I'm really looking forward to this. It's come, quite a few people requested this class, and I'm going to hopefully keep doing this over the next few weeks as well, so we can build it up from scratch. So if you are completely new to yoga, welcome. It's very exciting. No need to worry, no need to freak out. We're not going to be standing on our heads today, doing any crazy positions or anything like that. We'll take it nice and easy, and I'll guide you through everything that you need to know. So, mat. If you have a mat, great. If you don't worry too much. You just want a slippery surface that you can lie down on, that you're going to be comfortable on, and that you can, it's not too slippery, so you can grip the floor. Clothing should be loose, comfortable clothing. That's really it. As long as you can move freely in them, there's no set anything really that you need to wear. Ideally, don't eat for a few hours beforehand. That way you're going to be able to really get the most out of the practice, feel most comfortable. It's never fun exercising on a full stomach. And so I guess I should tell you a bit about yoga and what it is you're going to be practicing today. So the word yoga means union. It's a Sanskrit word. It comes from India. Thousands of years yoga has been practiced. A lot of the modern yoga that we practice today has its roots in Hatha yoga or Hatha yoga. Hatha yoga is broken down into Ha and Ta. That's the sun and the moon, the masculine, the feminine, the positive, the negative energy, and that's in everything. It is believed that everything has these two forces, and really what we want to do is even them both out, and find the kind of central force that kind of that runs through the spine, and that is where we're going to find our enlightenment, our awakening, our happy place, our nirvana. So that's kind of where I've come from originally. So I trained in India in classical Hatha yoga. You don't need to know any of this, it's just in case it's of interest to you, so you've got some background information. What you may have heard of a lot is vinyasa yoga, vinyasa flow. Vinyasa means flow. So vinyasa flow really means flow, to flow. Whereas classical Hatha is slower practice, more stationary, more about alignment. Vinyasa is a kind of constantly moving practice. All of it is involved with the breath and revolves around the breath. So we will work from a simple kind of meditation at the beginning, work through some nice easy joint warm-ups, come to standing postures. There'll be some flow in there, and then work through all the way back down to a nice meditation guided relaxation at the end called Shavasana. I think that's probably it for now. So any questions, anything you'd like to know, please do feel free to drop me a message. If there's anything you're still wondering, you'd love for me to explain, definitely I can tell you about that. But I think the best thing to do is probably just to get going. If you have any injuries, please listen to your body. As I mentioned, the breath is very much the central part of yoga. So if at any time you lose the breath, or if any time you're unable to breathe comfortably into a posture, or you're distracted by something like pain, come out. It's okay within the practice to pause, take your time, definitely build up to a full practice. And that really is the thing, it's a practice. No one ever does yoga. It is a lifelong practice. Every time you come to the mat, we're learning something new, trying something new, delving a bit deeper, and it does continue for the rest of your life. So if you're starting out just today, then this is the start of a very long, amazing journey. Very cool, welcome. But yeah, so my point really is that if you want to take breaks, if you need to not follow me for a moment, if you need to do something a bit different, that's fine. That's totally fine, and it's much better to listen to the body, take it easy, than push yourself and force yourself into anything at all. So, enough talking. We're going to start, as I said, with this kind of meditation, a seated meditation. Now, you've got options as to your leg position here. This is a half lotus variation. Now, you don't need to sit like this at all. I'm also sat on a block. I like to sit on a block, raise my hips up. It just helps lift. By lifting the hips, you're allowing the low back to release, to lengthen a bit. You can sit for longer, it's much more comfortable. Try it. Now, I've put these pillows here because also, now maybe you don't have a block, especially if it's your first yoga class. Why would you have a block like that? You can use a lot of the things that you have in your house. So pillows are great to sit on. If you want to, you can stack them up really high as you like, and then sit on them. There's no shame in that at all. In fact, it's probably better over time. You want to be able to sit really comfortably, and over time you can lower the height as the hips get looser, and you can relax in. So feel free to grab pillows and do that now if you'd like to. And then, as I said, you've got a half lotus variation here. You could go for a cross-legged as your normal cross leg, that's totally fine. You could even take that front leg out a bit more, just so you've got a bit of extra space here, and have one leg in front of the other like this, both resting. Either leg can be in front. Yeah. If this doesn't work for you, if it's not good for your knees, you can take Virasana, that's the pose of a hero. And we can start here, just on our knees, just like this. Again, the same thing, if you'd like to, you could even sit your hips up here on pillows and make that really nice and comfortable. If that works for you, feel free to do that as well. These are all great options. It really is just whatever feels good, whatever works. And if all of this fails, you can lie down. Lie down on your back, take your legs long, arms ideally away from the body. So, find that good, comfortable meditation base to start. And feel free to play around. You can move a bit here, remove excess skin from underneath. Arms, the hands can again be very free for now, it's up to you. Find that this is comfortable here, just resting my hands on my knees. You can have them face up, palms up. You can have them resting in your lap if you're cross-legged, just one on top of the other. You just want them to be nice and loose through the shoulders, and the arms to be relaxed and heavy, and the hands, just so everything can really relax as much as possible. So you found this space. And see if, just for the next few moments, you can now remain quite still. And we'll take a deep breath in through the nose. And then just exhale out through the nose, let go of the air. Exactly the same thing again, inhale through the nose. Make this quite long, so you're really filling up with as much air as you can. And then exhale, and you just exhale out all of the air. Take your time, no rush. Now we'll take a third and final deep inhalation here, in through the nose, right down to the bottom of the lungs. This is probably the deepest breath of your day so far. And then with the exhalation, take the exhalation really long, slow. And just notice here, if you can, the shoulders beginning to release, softening, maybe the pelvis. Okay, now just for a moment, we're going to listen. It sounds easy, and it is. It's quite hard to maintain. And you're not kind of listening intently. Don't go searching for sounds. More, allow yourself to open up to any sounds that arrive to you one by one. And you're not thinking about them or even really labeling them too much, just noticing it and then letting it go again. Waiting for the next sound to come to you. And any time that the mind wanders off here, which it will throughout all of this, it's very natural, that's the whole point of the exercise. We notice that it's wandered off, and don't give yourself a hard time, just gently bring your attention back to what you can hear. Let's just bring your attention now down into your base. I'd like you just to feel the parts of the body that are in contact with the floor. Just scanning your mind along that underneath part of the body, and just notice, what does the floor feel like? What's the texture on the skin? Maybe you can feel the clothes. Now just rest your awareness on your tailbone, and from the tailbone, run your mind up along the spine and just feel the extension through the shoulder blades, up through the crown of the head. Feel that light lift. Notice the space between the eyebrows and let that space soften. Let the eyebrows come apart, the eye sockets soften, the eyes are heavy. Let the whole face relax, the nose and the jaw, the tongue, the lips. And then relax the hands, the wrists, the fingers and thumbs, and the feet, the soles of the feet, the ankles, the toes, the heels. And then without changing anything at all, we're just going to bring our awareness to the inside tip of the nostrils. See if you can just watch the breath here. Feel each sensation. As you breathe, each inhalation and exhalation. Now, if you immediately notice that you went to control the breath, if the pattern, the rhythm changed, just notice it. That's part of the fun. We're just seeing where we're at, what we've brought with us today. And each time we do this, we come to the mat, we start the practice by just centering ourselves, grounding ourselves on the mat. In this moment, we find our breath, we find our body, allow the mind to become as still as it can be. Bring your hands to heart center, make a prayer, and just gently bow your chin towards your fingers. Now, we can set an intention for the practice, and it's really great to set an intention. It really focuses in your practice. And maybe you don't have anything that comes to mind, and it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Nothing too complex. Maybe just commit to staying with the breath. Take a deep inhalation. And exhale, release the hands back down onto the knees. Now we have a term in yoga called Mula Bandha. Bandha is a lock, or that's the translation for it. Mula is your base, your root. It's down in your pelvis. Now you may have heard of the term pelvic floor or your core, and that really is just a feeling, it's a squeeze in the pelvis. So it's kind of like stopping yourself from going to the bathroom. It's like a lift and a squeeze just in the pelvis. So it's definitely not a tension through the abs, it's nowhere near up as high as that, it's lower. So what I'd like to do now is just inhale. And with your exhalation, take the exhalation long and slow and just engage Mula Bandha. Squeezing, lifting. Inhale to release Mula Bandha. Now you can keep the gaze very still here, keep the eyes steady. Exhale to engage, lifting up through that core. Inhale, release Mula Bandha. Again, the rest of the body stays very relaxed. And then exhale, engage. By keeping the gaze steady, you're able to really keep your focus, your awareness. Now keep Mula Bandha lifted. Take the inhalation, your core is strong. And then with the exhalation, we're beginning a head roll. And the ear comes down towards the shoulder, and then the chin is coming down towards the chest. Mula Bandha still engaged. Now you inhale from the bottom, and this inhalation carries you all the way up. The chin lifts up to the sky. The exhalation starts here, you go all the way down. Now we're letting the breath guide this movement. Inhalation from the bottom, and take it slow as you like, as slow as the breath will allow. Exhale from the top, all the way down. And you're trying to keep everything else very relaxed, very still. That includes the face and the jaw and the shoulders, the hands and the toes. Exhale to go down. And really trying to bring your full awareness into the sensations you're experiencing through the neck, through the shoulders, through the throat. Exhale. Let's change direction. Inhale, the same thing applies. Mula Bandha still held. Now with that support through your pelvis, in your core, you're allowing your low back to be released, releasing tension there. Inhale to come up. Now throughout this entire practice, you don't have to stay exactly with me. So if your breath is different to mine, if you're moving quicker or slower, that's fine. Take your pace. I really am just a guide. Enabling you to find your own practice. Inhale. And exhale. Release the head down. Inhale, the head comes back through center. We're going to take the arm over the top. Inhale. Exhale, encourage it down. Now, that's the ear down towards the shoulder, and both shoulder blades go down the back. Now, the low ribs and that low belly are now slightly contained, just to make sure we're not arching the spine. Inhale, come through center, and then exhale, look down. Look down in towards that armpit. There's the length through the back of the neck. Inhale through center, we come up and go to the other side. Exhale to release. We're always releasing with the exhalation. Inhale through center. That's where the relaxation is, with the exhalation. Exhale. Length through the back of the neck. Inhale, come back up through center. Now you interlace the hands behind the back of the head. And exhale, encourage the chin down towards the chest. Let the shoulder blades drop down. Let the whole weight of the body be released down to the floor. Inhale to come up. Now release the fingertips onto the shoulders. Let the elbows come together to touch. Now the eyes can remain completely still in one spot in front of you, or close them, allowing the eyelids to be heavy. Inhale, you circle the elbows up, and exhale, they come all the way down. Inhaling to come up, shoulder blades down the back, keep rooting down through the pelvis, and then exhale to release. The chest stays nice and loose, the whole body heavy and relaxed. That space between the eyebrows, again, nice and open. Exhale. Full breath, letting the breath guide this movement. Bringing your full awareness into the sensations you're experiencing. Go again, inhale. And exhale. Now we change direction, inhale. And we start with these really simple joint warm-ups, exhale. This really is the way to keep the joints healthy, just by doing this every day. Inhale, you keep them loose and supple, and exhale. But it also just prepares the body for the practice. So the whole real point of yoga is that we're going to get to that end, Shavasana. We're going to be in a nice relaxation where you have a nice open mind and relaxed body. And then you'll be able to sit and meditate. That's kind of where you want to get to. So this is the first phase. The first layer you want to peel back in yoga to get to the very core of things is this physical body. And we do that by warming it up, by loosening it up. Release the hands down. Now inhale, you're rooting down through the pelvis, you reach up through the fingers, and now take the interlace of the fingers and take the palms of the hands up towards the sky. Now as you do that, just release the shoulders down the back. So now there's space here through the front body, that Mula Bandha, the core is still lifted and held. Squeeze your navel in towards the spine, inhale. Exhale, just release the shoulders down even further and let the hands come down, kind of like in your peripheral vision, so they're just diagonally ahead. Now you can extend all the way through the arms and then release the shoulders even more. Inhale. And exhale, release the hands all the way down. Now go again, inhale, rooting down through the pelvis. Reach out to the sides of the body. Change the interlace, so you switch the grip to the other pinky finger is in front, or you're just moving all the fingers, shifting them along one. Take the palms up towards the sky, shoulder blades down the back, knit the low ribs in, hug your low belly in, inhale. Exhale, release the hands down, just diagonally so you can see them in your peripheral. Now shoulder blades down the back, lengthening through to the elbows, the heels of the hands, and then exhale, release the hands down. Cool. Now from here we're going to remove this block if you used one, the pillow if you used one. Take it off to the side, and then you take the legs out long in front of you. So if you were in your Virasana on your knees, the same thing now applies. You just take the legs out in front, and we're going to have the hands either beside you or behind you, so you can sit with a long spine as much as possible. So the hands are really there for support. And you flex the feet with an engaged leg. So work the kneecaps up the legs. They're nice and strong here. And then kick the heel away from you. Splay the toes evenly and work the big toe away, the pinky toe towards you, so the feet are flat. So in yoga we're working everything to be equal, everything to be even, and all the way to the extremities, the tips of the toes and the fingers. There's life all the way through the body. So right here we take the inhalation. There's the flex that we just found, navel hugging in. With the exhalation, you're going to bring the heel towards you, work through to the big toe mound, and then extend the toes away, strengthening and stretching the feet. Inhale to find that flex again, work through the foot, and then exhale, take the ball of the foot away from you, and then extend through to the toes. Inhale, take it nice and slow as you come back, articulate through the whole foot, and then exhale to go away. Lengthening and strengthening the feet. Inhale to come through. Splaying the toes evenly and exhale. This is going to really help you later on in your standing postures, finding that good base when we're balancing. Inhale once more here. Flexing the feet, splaying the toes, and then exhale, working through to the tips. Let's length through the front of the ankle there. Now we're going to keep the hands beside us or behind us, bend the knees, And then we're just going to take some ankle circles in one direction. So you go round, but we're keeping everything else as still as you can. So the legs remain still, everything else. So just isolating the ankles. Keep hugging that low belly in, Mula Bandha. Full breaths. And then let's change direction. Cool. Now from here, you can just lengthen the legs out again, give them a shake. And now we're going to take a cross of the ankles and bring the weight forwards into a tabletop. Now if this isn't comfortable for you, if you don't want to go this way, you can totally just spin your hips round, take the legs to one side, and find this nice tabletop base. So, in your tabletop, you want the fingers now splayed really evenly on the mat, and the hands even on the mat as well. Your wrists are directly underneath the shoulders, the knees are in line with the wrists, and the feet are in line with the knees. The knees are directly underneath the hips, so you're really nice and neutral here. Now take the breath, inhale, and with the exhalation you're going to push down into the base of the index finger and round the spine. Tuck that tailbone underneath, relax the head, bring the shoulders down the back, look towards the navel. Inhale, you drop the belly, come all the way through, shoulder blades down the back, look up. And exhale, round. Push into the floor. Find that space between the shoulder blades and inhale to come through. Shoulders down the back, look up. And exhale. So this is cat and cow. Angry cat and then cow belly. And what we're doing is just warming up the spine, loosening up the vertebrae. And the spine houses your entire nervous system, so we'll transport everything we want from the brain, all of the communication to the rest of the body. So making sure it's nice and loose is really paramount. Full breath. The same thing here, you're just letting the breath guide the movement. Full breath in and full breath out. And it should feel good. Inhale. And exhale. Let's return to a neutral spine now, nice neutral tabletop on your inhalation. Take the big toes together to touch. The knees go wide, mat width wide. And then you take the hips back. Sink the hips back towards the heels, reach the arms forwards. This is child's pose. You sink the forehead down towards the mat so the whole spine is long, including the back of the neck. Now from here you take a deep breath in, and that's filling you up into the whole back of the rib cage, the whole back body. Full breath in, and a full breath out. Inhale to breathe, a second deep breath in, and exhale. Third breath, inhale, and exhale. Now this position is always available to you at any time in any yoga practice. You can come to child's pose whenever you want to take a rest, take a break, and find your breath. You can come to child's pose. Inhale, we're going to come back into that tabletop that we found before. So making sure you've got that nice even base. Exhale here. Now inhale, the navel hugs in towards the spine. That's Uddiyana Bandha. And Mula Bandha in the pelvis. Hold in there as well. And then we're going to extend the right arm away from you. Straight ahead. Take the shoulder blade onto the back, space between the shoulder and the ear. Now take the left leg back as well. Kick through to that left heel, the toes and the knees facing down. Now engage that low belly right in, so you're knitting the low ribs in, so you're not arching the spine, you're not in a back bend here. And the pelvis stays square to the floor. Take the breath, inhale, and then exhale, replace the hand and the leg back down onto the mat. Inhale, work that left arm out. Now reach as far as you can with the left hand, but take the left shoulder back into the shoulder socket. Hug that low belly in and then kick that right leg back behind you. Keep everything very square to the floor. Toes and knees face down. That's the inside thigh of that right leg working to keep the toes and the knees facing down. Inhale here, lengthen through the whole body, and exhale, release the hand and the leg back down to the mat. Inhale, take the right arm and the left leg long. This movement is coming from your core. And now this time with the exhalation, we're going to round the spine and bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, you take it out, reach out. We're going to do that once more. Exhale, bring the elbow to the knee, hug that navel really tight in towards the spine. Inhale, you kick out and reach, and then exhale, replace the hand and the leg down onto the mat. Inhale, left arm, right leg, working to the other side. Reach out and then exhale, round the spine, elbow to knee. Inhale, stay in tune with the breath. Lengthen and exhale to come round the spine, elbow to knee. Inhale, take it out. And then exhale, replace that hand and the leg back down onto the mat. Now on your inhalation, take a tuck of your toes. So you can exhale here, push into the hands, and you're going to send the hips back and up behind you. Now feel free to keep the heels up as high as you like. Keep the knees as bent as you like. This is downward facing dog. Release the head. Give it a shake from side to side. Give yourself a nod, forwards and back. Make sure there's no tension there. And now we can quite gently, quite slowly, easily begin walking out your dog. So that means just perhaps walking one heel down towards the mat and then the other. And this way you're just lengthening through the backs of the legs one by one. Find that base of the index finger here. You're going to push down through the base of your index finger. And you can look to the hands just for a brief moment to check that the hands are even on the mat. Making sure all the fingers are splayed evenly. Balance through the entire body. Take a huge deep breath in. Bend the knees a lot. Find some length in your tailbone if you can. And then exhale, let the heels root down towards the mat. Lengthen the tailbone back and up. Push into the hands. Inhale, come up high on your heels. Exhale, back down into child's pose. The knees go wide. Big toes together to touch. Sink it back and down. Take a big deep breath in here. And exhale. Each breath is full. Inhale, you come back through that tabletop. Exhale to take it to downward facing dog. And then looking towards your hands, you're going to step as many steps as you like, but keep them quiet. Nice and controlled. Keeping them stepping towards the front of the mat. Now, keep the legs, feet in parallel here. And we want them hip width apart. So generally, actually, that's smaller than most people think. Think 2 fists. And then that's going to be about hip width. And parallel actually, you want the inside of your feet parallel. So the outside will probably feel a little bit turned in. You might feel a bit pigeon-toed. Now from here, bend the knees. Bend the knees as much as you like and lengthen that spine, and you can drape the whole torso down over the legs. So what you've made is a platform here, really, a kind of tabletop, just to let the whole torso drape over, and then let go of the arms and the head. Very much so. Let yourself be heavy. Now take a huge breath in, and what you feel is you're breathing into your back body. The whole back of the rib cage is expanding, and then exhale, let it all go. You can give the head a shake here as well. Maybe you'd like to hold on to either elbow. Now these forward folds are very calming, so enjoy it, find the breath. Release the hands. And now from here, keep the bend in the knees. We're going to roll up through the spine. So starting with the first vertebrae on top of the tailbone. Push down into the floor and then let one vertebrae at a time stack. Good. Take your time, very much. No rush. You get right to the top to standing. Then you can roll the shoulders up, back and down. And then bring the feet together to touch. So we're finding mountain pose, Tadasana. The big toes come together to touch. The heels are slightly apart. And then you're finding a good base first of all. So like we did earlier on, splay the toes evenly. And then rock backwards and forwards a bit. You can really play with where the balance is at and feel it. Maybe close your eyes. Know when you're in that point of perfect balance, when everything, all four corners of the feet are rooting down evenly. Stay there. Now maybe the toes are even lifted and the arch is lifted. Hold this position with your feet, perfectly centered and balanced. Now really engage the legs by driving the feet down into the floor. The kneecaps pull up. And then gently tuck the tailbone underneath, just there's some extra length in the low back. And then from here, you're extending up through the spine and the crown of the head. There's the shoulders again, up, back and down. The palms face forwards, and they're held, but they're not tense. There's just life there in the fingers. And then gently tuck the chin, so there's length in the back of the neck. Allow the eyes to close. Become very still. And this is Tadasana. It's our kind of neutral point. We come back to our starting place. So we'll take Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Inhale to reach up. We look up towards the hands, hug that low belly in. Exhale, take a swan dive. Shoulder blades down the back. You work the hands down and you lift the pelvis as you drop the crown of the head. We're taking a standard forward fold. This is called Uttanasana. Inhale, you come to a flat back. So you work the hands up as much as you need, up the legs. And this is Ardha Uttanasana. Ardha is half. Uttanasana is the standing forward fold. So from here, take the pelvis back behind you and hug that low belly in. Reach the crown of the head forward, shoulder blades on the back. And then exhale, keep this length through the legs and the spine. Just tilt from the pelvis, drop the crown of the head, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, you come up into halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, take it back into a high plank. One leg at a time. Inhale, you bring the weight forwards into your hands. Be strong here in this high plank, so you extend through to the crown of the head. And then all the way through to the heels. Now lift the navel up even more. The pelvis lifts, and then exhale, release the knees, the chest and the chin down to the mat. Now inhale, we're going to roll through from here. To take the tops of the feet down to the floor, the legs go long. Maybe the knees are lift off, but the pelvis roots as well. Now from here on the inhalation, just extend through the crown of the head, lift the chest, only enough that you can still take the hands off and hold it. This is the beginning of Cobra, Bhujangasana. Inhale. And exhale, release. We're going to do the same thing again. Inhale, you come up. Extend through the crown of the head. And now you can use the hands a bit more to push in to the floor. Keep the tops of the feet, the pelvis rooting. And then exhale to release. Inhale, you come through your tabletop position. Exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. Now let's take 3 deep breaths in down dog. So, inhale, completely fill up. With your exhalation, remember to release the head. Release the shoulder blades down the back. Make sure there's no tension in the face and the jaw. With your next inhalation, push into the hands. There's the base of the index finger. You're sending your chest towards your thighs. And then with the last one, keep rooting those heels down towards the mat behind you. Now look towards the hands and travel the feet to meet the hands. You can step. Inhale, find that halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, all the way up to stand. You push into the floor. Look up, reach up, exhale, hands come to prayer. Release your hands down by your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose. That's one round of Surya Namaskar, A, sun salutation. Surya means sun. Namaskar is the salute to the sun. So Instagram, what we're going to do for everyone on Instagram right now is we're going to end this session right now because it would cancel in an hour anyway, so this is a good point, we'll do it now. It will log straight back on and you just reconnect immediately. So ending the Instagram session right now, everyone on Facebook, stay where you are. We'll talk a bit more about Surya Namaskar in just a second while we wait for these guys for Instagram to sort out. So that was one round of Surya Namaskar A, sun salutation. There is also a Surya Namaskar B. Now, Surya Namaskar is a complete practice in itself. If you're just reconnecting, just joining me again, we're talking about Surya Namaskar A and B, sun salutations. It is a complete practice in itself. You have forward folds, backward folds, inversions. You're igniting every major system of the body. It's a real way to get the whole body started, and it is the warm-up really for any flow practice, any Ashtanga kind of practice. So we're all back on. Let's take a second round. Find that good base, Tadasana mountain pose. We inhale to reach up, look up. Feel the shoulder blades come down the back, look towards the hands. Exhale, take that swan dive, long spine. Now inhale, come to your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back into your high plank. Inhale the way forwards into the hands, long through your body. Exhale, release the knees, the chest, the chin down to the mat. Inhale, we roll through, stay low. Find your cobra pose, and then exhale to release. Inhale, come through a tabletop, and exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. Let's take 3 deep breaths in down dog. Now try to keep the mind calm here. Keep reaching that pelvis, back and up, and relax through the head, the neck, the shoulders where you can. Fingers splayed evenly, lengthening the spine. And then looking towards the hands, travel the feet to meet the hands, step, step, find a halfway lift. Exhale, drop the crown of the head, and inhale, come all the way up to stand, push into the floor. Exhale, hands to prayer. We're going to take one more round, 3 times lucky. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, long spine. Inhale, halfway, Ardha. Exhale, take it back, high plank. Inhale, way forwards into the hands, that navel hugging in, Mula Bandha held. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin. Inhale, we roll through cobra pose. Full breath. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, come through your tabletop, and exhale to downward facing dog. This is Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. And exhale. Sending the chest towards the thighs. Lengthening through the underneath of the arms, and the shoulder blades come apart away from each other. The elbows internally rotating up to the ceiling. That's a lot of information. If you take what you can, leave the rest. Look towards the hands, travel the feet to meet the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, drop the crown of the head, and then inhale. Root to rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Release the hands to mountain pose, Tadasana. Close the eyes a moment here. Find that central balancing point again. Find stillness. Just become aware of all the sensations you're experiencing. Allow the eyes to open. Inhale to reach the arms up towards the sky. Now take that interlace of the hands, just like we did at the beginning. Palms reach up. Now from here we're going to come up on the balls of your feet. Lift the heels up. Now root down through the base of your big toe mound. So really find that base. Work the heels towards each other. The whole of the legs, the inside thighs. Tuck the tailbone underneath. Lengthen all the way through the spine. Keep the gaze very steady. But soft, so you're not kind of really staring with intent at anything. You're more taking in everything around you, but with still eyes. Find the breath. We always find the breath. Stay completely still. And then exhale, release. Good work. Now from here, we're going to take a tree pose, Vrikshasana. The leg does not have to be high. This is a balancing pose, a one-legged balance. We'll start with the right leg. So the same thing. Find your good base, the big toe of that right foot, root down. And then the left foot, maybe you just want to take it to here. You've got the toes on the floor and the left foot kind of against the ankle, the lower calf. It can be anywhere up this leg that you'd like, as high as you'd like. Avoid the side of the knee. But maybe it can be up here, wherever feels good. Now what you definitely want to be able to do is find a place where you can really drive that sole of the foot into the right leg And the right leg is driving back, so there's real force there between the two. You find that right big toe mound, that right leg is long. The pelvis stays neutral here, so you want to imagine that both feet are still on the floor and the pelvis is completely normal. And then you're lifting up through the crown of the head, the hands are in prayer here, Anjali Mudra. And the same thing, the gaze remains very steady, you definitely find the breath. Let's lift that left knee, inhale, and exhale to release. Now we work straight away to the other side, so find that base, the left side, that left big toe, root down, engage Mula Bandha, that low belly hugging in, lengthening through the spine. Now again, the same thing, you play around with where this right foot goes. Maybe it stays really nice and low today. And you can really explore that, bringing the weight to the inside of the left foot. Or maybe you want to take it a bit higher to the inside of the calf. Or maybe even higher than the knee. You could use the hand there to grab your ankle if you'd like to do that. So wherever you are, you're sending the right sole of the foot to the inside of that left leg. Lengthening out of the left hip. Navel hugging in towards spine, gaze steady. Find the breath. Lift that right knee, inhale, and exhale to let it go. Good. Inhale, we reach up. We're taking a flow of vinyasa, so exhale, long spine. Inhale, a halfway lift. Exhale, take it back into that high plank pose. Inhale, weight forwards into the hands, and then exhale, come all the way down, the elbows in. Untuck the toes like we did for Bhujangasana Cobra before. But this time, take the elbows underneath the shoulders, the forearms and the palms flat. Now you drive the pelvis and the tops of the feet down into the floor, so maybe again the knees lift off, legs nice and engaged. And then from here, you're just working the elbows in towards you, shoulder blades down the back, lift the head, back bend, inhale. And exhale to release the head down. We go again, inhale. Extend through the head, shoulder blades down the back, elbows in, and exhale to release. From here, push up into that tabletop again. We're gonna take the legs around in front to a seat. So however you wanna get there, if you just wanna take the hips to one side, bring the legs around the other. Now from here, we take this Baddha Konasana variation. So the soles of the feet together, and this is a nice wide diamond shape, so don't worry about bringing the heels in really close to the groin. You can take the hands underneath the ankles and then just rest the palms on the tops of the feet. Inhale, let go of the shoulder blades down the back, just lift the heart a bit. And then exhale, you soften. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Breathing into that back body. And with the exhalation, just letting everything go that you possibly can. All of the tension in the mind and in the body. Inhale to roll the spine back up. We just bring the knees together, take the glutes towards the heels, and then lengthen up the arms. Inhale. With the exhalation, we're slowly rolling down, so that navel hugging right in. You take it really nice and slow so you can feel each vertebrae one at a time as it comes into contact with the mat. There's the shoulder blades. Release the hands down. From here, inhale, that left leg reaches up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take the left knee over the top of the right thigh. Keep the left foot with a flex and the left knee working away from you. And then we're gently, maybe this is enough, maybe you can feel this here through your glute, hold it there. Otherwise we're gently working that right knee in and up towards us. Now maybe you can actually even take the hands around that thigh, to the hamstring, or even to the shin, and just gently encourage the right knee in. Keep the left foot flexed, that knee working away from you. And you're opening up the left glute. Full breath in, shoulder blades on the back. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release that right leg down, the right sole of the foot down. Take the arms out to a T position, palms face down. And then from here, just gently let that left leg encourage the right knee down. Keep the right shoulder blade rooted to the floor. Take a full breath in here. And exhale. So to let everything release. Inhale to come through center. Lift up that left leg. And then exhale, place the sole of the foot back down onto the floor. Let's extend the right leg up. Inhale. Exhale to cross the ankle over the thigh. Again, that right foot has a flex. Work the right knee away from you. Engage that low belly in. Now maybe this is enough, maybe you can fit it in the right glute, or if you'd like to take it a bit further, you can gently bring that left knee in and up towards you. Keep extending that right knee back and away. Right foot flex. Now maybe you can reach through to the hamstring, or to the shin. Full breath. Inhale and exhale to release. And from here with the hands back out to that T position, that right knee just encouraging the left knee down. Keep the left shoulder blade rooting. Full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Softening with that exhalation. Inhale to come back up through center. Now you take the shins parallel to the ceiling here. And then we're going to just work once more in each direction. So take the breath in. And then with the exhalation, the legs are this time going to fall to the left side, the right shoulder blade roots. Let the legs fall all the way down as comfortable as possible. Let them be heavy and relaxed. And then maybe even use the left hand on top of the legs for a bit of extra leverage. Full breath in. And out. Inhale to come through center. Hug that low belly in, navel in towards spine, and then exhale, take it over to the right. And let the whole spine be relaxed and long, the left shoulder blade roots. And then once you get there, let the legs go. Take the breath in. And out. Inhale. And exhale. Hug that low belly in, come all the way back through center on your inhalation. Give the knees a big squeeze. You can give yourself a nice big hug. Lengthen the tailbone down to the mat, release the shoulder blades, and then pull the knees in so the whole spine is long. And then from here you can find your final pose of Shavasana. I mentioned it earlier on. We're lying on our backs. You take the legs long and apart, away from each other, quite wide apart. And then also take the arms away from the body too. So palms facing up, lengthen them away. And it does have to be palms face up. That way we're open to receive for the meditation, but also limits distraction, allows us to fully be present for the duration. So allow yourself to get very comfortable here, as comfortable as you can be, as big, as wide in your space. Option here if you'd like to use pillows or blankets as well. All good options. Now we're going to take 3 breaths here, 3 deep breaths, but what I'd like you to do, I'm going to come to sitting up, but you guys stay lying down. What I'd like you to do is to exhale and open the mouth. Exhale with a sigh and and really audibly let go of that air. So let's do that now. Take the inhalation. And then open the mouth and exhale, sigh. Do the same thing again. Inhale. Full breath in, open the mouth, exhale, let go of the air. And a third and final time, inhale. And exhale, sigh. Now let go of the breath. Let the breath return to its own unique, natural rhythm. And take your attention down to your toes. And let your toes relax. Relax the balls of the feet. Relax the arches and the heels. Relax the ankles. Relax the calves and the muscles around the shins. Relax the knees. Relax the thighs and the hamstrings, the insides and the outsides of the thighs. Relax the pelvis. Relax the groin. Relax the glutes. Let the whole lower half of the body be completely relaxed, heavy. Relax the low belly. Let go of the navel. Let your stomach hang out. Relax the rib cage. Relax the chest. And see if you can just watch. Watch yourself be breathed as the chest rises and falls completely of its own accord with each breath. No control necessary. Relax the fronts of the shoulders and then relax the low back, the tailbone, all the muscles along the spine, the shoulder blades. Relax the tops of the shoulders. Relax the biceps and the triceps. Relax the elbows. Relax the forearms. Relax the wrists. Relax the palms of the hands, the fingers and the thumbs. Relax the neck and the throat. Relax the jaw. Relax the tongue inside the mouth. Relax the lips. Relax the cheekbones. Relax the nose. Relax the eyes, the eye sockets. Relax the space between the eyes. Relax the eyebrows. Relax the forehead. Relax the crown of the head and the entire scalp. The whole body is completely relaxed. The whole body is completely relaxed. Now just begin to deepen the breath. You can find some very gentle movement in the fingers, the toes, the wrists, the ankles. Just gentle circles, stay very aware. And then you can extend the arms up overhead and take a big stretch through the body from the fingers to the toes. And then roll over onto either side. Make a pillow with the underneath arm. Let yourself be very heavy here. Keep the eyes closed. Breath relaxed. And in your own time, you can push yourself up to a comfortable cross-legged variation. Keep the eyes closed throughout this as much as possible. Letting the pelvis release down. The hands can rest on the knees or in the lap. Extend the spine up through the crown of the head, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Take a deep breath in and out. I'd like to finish with this short excerpt from Caitlin Moran's book. Stay at peace with your body. While it's healthy, never think of it as a problem or a failure. Pat your legs occasionally and thank them for being able to run. Put your hands on your belly and enjoy how soft and warm you are. Marvel over the world turning over within. Bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Gently bow the chin towards your hands and just take a moment to thank yourself, to be grateful that you took the time to try this out, to practice and to breathe. And however it went, that's something wonderful you've done today for yourself. And hopefully you can carry it with you and take something great beyond the mat into your day. Take one more deep breath in now. And exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope that was beneficial for you. There will be another beginners class next week, so look out for that. Otherwise, after this, in 40 minutes at 12:45, I have a beginner inter, kind of a more mixed level intermediate class. That's my normal yoga sanctuary class. It's 75-minute vinyasa flow. No props needed for that either. So feel free to reach out with any questions. Otherwise, hopefully see you again very soon. Namaste.